Get me that signal. We need no time.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Dr. Reed's Laboratory. Today on our show, we'll be looking at the game Loonacy from Looney Labs. Loonacy is a card game where you're trying to match symbols, so I'm using my molecular pattern, which I have stored a copy of in this portable video device, which has been wired into this representation of Cthulhu to generate an unstable, smaller version of myself. It will only last a few minutes, but that's enough time to talk about Loonacy from Looney Labs. Let me just turn on the portable transportation device.
Where am I? Why is there a huge version of me?
Hello, little guy. I am your creator, Dr. E. You're an unstable, smaller copy of me.
Oh, I see. The technology worked. Good work, Doctor. Wait, did you say unstable?
Yes, unfortunately you will only last for a few minutes. But that's long enough to talk about this game called Loonacy from Looney Labs.
So, you created me to talk about a card game? I'm simply here to add a touch of irony to your video? My entire existence hinges on the length of this review? Are you mad?
Yes, well, I am a mad scientist after all. Luckily, it is a fast-paced game with simple rules, so we'll be able to finish the review with time to spare.
Well, that's a relief. I thought we might take the time to talk about the fact that I have a consciousness, and where it came from, and where will it go after I dissipate. Wait, is that Cthulhu?
Yes, well, no time for that. Let's start talking about Loonacy.
Fine. Tell me of this game. Wait, first there's something I've always wanted to do in the past minute that I've existed, and discovered that I am small with a high-pitched voice.
Of course. Go right ahead.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me the news by wire. Honey, my heart's on fire. If you refuse me, honey, you'll lose me, then you'll be left alone. Oh, baby, telephone and tell me I'm your own.
Right. Well, now let me tell you how the game works. Loonacy is a card game from Looney Labs for 2 to 5 players, ages 8 and up. It usually only takes about 5 or 10 minutes to play a game. Here's the instructions. Pretty small, it's not very complicated. Here's what comes with the game. 100 cards. And these cards consist of 2 symbols. It's very simple. And these symbols are all pulled from your favorite game of Flux. See, all kinds of different symbols. And here's how the game works. You deal 7 cards to each player. So let's pretend, let's see, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 7, 7, 7. Now in this case, I'm pretending there's 3 players. Now, the number of discard piles that you make, here's your draw deck, the number of discard piles that you make depends upon the number of players. So in a 3-player game, you're going to have 1, 2, 3 discard piles. In a 2-player game, you'll actually have 4 discard piles. And in a 4-player game, you only have 2 discard piles. And in a 5-player game, there's only 1 discard pile. This is to vary the complexity of trying to match all the symbols. But we're going to do a 3-player game here. All you have to do is each player, once they've got all their cards, somebody shouts, "Go!" And you look at your cards, and you try to find a card with a symbol that matches. Only one symbol needs to match. So, I got here a monkey clock. I can put it on this monkey car. Pow, that matches. Then, let's see what else I got. I've got a toaster clock. They can go on this toaster house. Only one symbol needs to match. And everybody is playing at the same time. They're throwing down their cards, and you're also trying to throw down your cards, and you're trying to get rid of as many cards as you can. Now, at a certain point, you're probably going to get stuck. You're not going to have any matching symbols. So let's see if we can keep going here. Oh man, oh okay, American flag. And let's see, no, the house is gone. We got any monkeys left? Any clocks left? Okay, no, I don't have any matching cards left. So here's what I do. I hold up my hand towards the discard pile, and I wait. Towards the draw pile, and then I wait. Eventually, everybody else will either get rid of all their cards, which will make them win the game, because that's how you win, is by having no cards in your hand, or they will end up with their hand pointed towards the draw card pile too. Once everybody has their hand pointed at the draw pile, you all draw a card, and when everybody has one, you flip them up at the same time, and then you check again to see if you got a card that matches. And I don't. So we would do it again. I would have to wait and do it again. But usually it doesn't take that long until there's another frantic flurry of motion while people find stuff that suddenly matches. And eventually somebody is going to run out of cards, and they will win the game. If you get through the draw pile before you run out of cards, you simply take the discards and shuffle them all together and start 3 new draw piles and keep going. And that's it. The one with no cards first wins. And that is how you play Loonacy.
The game is basically flurries of action, followed by a slow drawing of cards. Once someone gets a new match, there's another flurry of action, until you all need to start drawing again. The fun comes from the action part of the game. You will all be frantically trying to play cards before the other players, and sometimes you will succeed and other times you will not. As long as you are mature enough to handle that fact that you might not get your card to the pile in time, then it is a hilarious time. I found myself stuck staring at my cards many times while others flew past me putting down all their cards. You really have to act fast to keep up. It's an adrenaline rush, and it's a blast. But 8 might be a little young to play this game. The younger kids get upset when the adults beat them when putting down the matching cards. I recommend holding off playing with the kids unless they're exceptionally mature until at least the age of 10, if you want to avoid hurt feelings and way. There were a couple of times that we got into a rut, and it took a few shuffles of the deck to finish the hand. We would all be down to 1 or 2 cards, and then have to draw all the way back up to 7 or even more cards trying to get a match. We never had a game that went on way too long, but it is not outside the realm of possibility. I suggest that when you're forced to shuffle because you ran out of cards in the draw pile, you shuffle all of the discards and start new discard piles. This gives everyone a fresh start and a new set of cards to match. One final bit of advice. Whenever we played a card, we would announce the symbols on the card as we placed it. There's nothing in the rules about this, it just kind of happened, and it not only let everyone know exactly what the new symbols were, but it was hilarious hearing the players shout out, "Cat House," or "Chocolate Hippie," or "Clock Monkey." It added an extra dimension to the game, and added to the frantic pace, with everyone shouting. Oh, it's fun, inexpensive card game that you will be playing in less than 5 minutes. It's not for the young, or even the very old, as there is some dexterity required. But for most, it should be a blast. It should be a blast. Thanks for joining me in this review of Loonacy from Looney Labs. Let me know if you found this review helpful by leaving a comment or sending me an email at Elliot_Miller@voiceofe.com. Make sure to subscribe to the Voice of E channel on YouTube, like the Voice of E on Facebook, and visit the website at voiceofe.com. We'll have plenty of gaming, entertainment, and comic book coverage this year, and it should be a lot of fun. Thanks again, and until next time, keep your mind free.
Get me that signal. We need more power.